Thomas's branch line is important, and so is Edward's. They both bring in valuable traffic, but their track and bridges are not so strong as those on the
main line.
That is why the Fat Controller does not allow the heavier mainline engines, such as Gordon and Henry, to run on them.
But
if, however, you had heard Gordon talking to Edward a short while ago,
the way Gordon was talking, one day,
you would have thought that the Fat Controller had forbidden him to run on branch lines for quite another reason. "It's not fair," grumbled Gordon. "What isn't fair?" asked Edward.
"Letting branch line diesels pull main line trains,"
grumbled Gordon.
"Never mind, Gordon. I'm sure Boko will let you pull his freight cars sometimes."
That would make it quite fair. Gordon spluttered furiously.
"I won't pull Boko's dirty cars."
"I won't run on branch lines." "Why not? It would be a nice change." "The Fat Controller would never approve,"
huffed Gordon
loftily.
"Branch lines
are vulgar."
Gordon puffed away
in a dignified manner. Edward chuckled and followed him to the station.
Every evening, the two engines pull two fast trains from the
big station within 5 minutes. The 625 is Gordon's.
Gordon always leaves first with an express for the main line.
Edward's at 6:30
follows 5 minutes later with his train for the branch line. Usually everything runs like clockwork, but tonight there was trouble.
Gordon, his driver, and his fireman all say it was the lady's fault.
A lady
nearest the guard's van. She wore a green floppy hat and was saying goodbye to a friend sitting in the coach nearest the guard's van.
It was nearly time for Gordon to start. The fireman looked back towards the conductor's van.
He was new to the job. He couldn't see the guard, but he did see something green waving. He thought it was the flag. "Right away, mate," he called.
He thought the conductor had waved his flag.
But the guard had not waved his flag. When Gordon started, he left some luggage, several indignant passengers,
the conductor,
and the guard,
all standing on the platform. Everyone was very surprised and cross. To make matters worse, by the time Gordon had been stopped and brought back,
Edward's train
was already late,
overdue,
with his train.
"You missed your pass, Gordon," said the Fat Controller crossly. "Now we must clear Edward's train before you can start." This should have put everything right with the least possible trouble. But control at the big station made things worse. They forgot to warn the signalman at Edwards Junction about the change of plan. It was dark by the time the trains reached the junction, and you can guess what happened.
So now he set off first. But the signalman at the junction wasn't told about the change. By mistake, he sent Edward along the main line.
While Gordon was switched
sent along the branch and arrived cold and cross on one of the sidings near the harbor.
It took the Fat Controller several hours to sort out the tangle and pacify the passengers. In the end, Gordon was left with his fire drawn, cold and cross, on one of Edward's sidings.
Next morning,
Bill and Ben peeped into the yard next morning. They wondered if Boko had brought them some trucks. There were no
cars for them, but they didn't mind that.
Teasing Gordon, they thought, would be much better fun. "What's that?" asked Bill loudly.
"Shh!" whispered Ben. "It's Gordon."
"It looks like Gordon, but it can't be. Gordon never comes
on the branch lines.
He thinks them vulgar." Gordon pretended he hadn't heard.
Them. If it isn't Gordon, said Ben,
It's just a pile of old iron.
which we'd better take to the scrapyard.
No, Bill. This lot's useless for scrap. We'll take it to the harbour and dump it in the sea.
Gordon was alarmed. I am Gordon. Stop! Stop!
Stop, stop! The twins paid no attention. Gordon shut his eyes and prepared for the worst. The twins argued loudly and long. Bill favoured the scrapyard, while Ben said that the cutting up in such places was something cruel. It would be kinder, he urged, to give these remains a quick end in the sea. Besides, he went on, they would make a lovely splash. Gordon could not view either prospect with any enthusiasm. Up to that time, he had disapproved of diesels. They were, he considered, ugly, smelly, and noisy. But when he opened his eyes and saw
Boko suddenly arrived.
coming into the yard,
Gordon,
he thought him the most beautiful sight he had ever seen.
Boko, my dear engine,
He gasped,
save me.
"Save me!" Boko quickly sized up the situation and sent Bill and Ben about their business. They were cheeky at first, but Boko threatened to take away the trucks of coal he'd brought.
For Bill and Ben. This made the twins behave at once. Gordon thought Boko was wonderful. Those little demons,
He said,
how do you do it?
"Ah, well,
Ah, well, said Boko.
it's just a knack."
Gordon still believed
To this day,
that Boko saved his life.
but we know that the twins were only teasing, don't we?